It's time for the Illini update. The women's basketball team won their second Big Ten game of the season at home against Minnesota by a score of 72-67. Sophomore Alexis Burke had 16 points and 6 rebounds in the win. The team then traveled to Purdue, where they lost to the Boilermakers 77-66. Coming up, the Illini will take on Ohio State at home on Thursday the 9th, and then will travel to Bloomington to take on the Hoosiers on Sunday the 12th. The men's tennis team traveled to Atlanta, Georgia, where they lost their first match to North Carolina 4-2 and won their second match against Georgia Tech 4-3. The team then traveled to Durham, North Carolina to take on Duke, where they lost 7-0. The team then went to Knoxville to take on Tennessee, where the Illini beat the Volunteers 4-1. Coming up, the Orange and Blue will travel to Gainesville, Florida to face the Gators on Sunday, February 12th. The women's tennis team came back from Durham to beat Southern Methodist University at home 6-1. Coming up, the Illini will head to South Bend, Indiana to take on Notre Dame on Sunday, February 19th. 3 Fighting Illini men's gymnastics team members were named to the U.S. Senior National Team following the Winter Cup in Las Vegas. Redshirt senior Paul Ruggieri, freshman C.J. Maestas, and volunteer coach David Sender earned automatic spots based on the national team point system. The women's gymnastics team beat the Ohio State Buckeyes while notching their highest overall team score of the season. Coming up, the Illini will head to Chicago to take on Missouri, UCLA, and Boise State at Navy Pier. The wrestling team beat Wisconsin 38-3 on senior night at Huff Hall. Coming up, the Illini head to Ithaca, New York to compete in the national duels. The Fighting Illini swimmers and divers collected 7 top 5 finishes and 17 personal bests as they concluded action at the Minnesota Challenge. Coming up, the Illini will compete in the Big Ten Championships in Iowa City starting February 15th. The Illinois men's track and field team tallied 5 individual event titles at the Orange and Blue Open on Saturday and 5 second-place finishes in the last home meet at the UI Armory this season. Coming up, the Orange and Blue will head to the Flow Track Husky Classic and the Tyson Invitational starting on Friday, February 10th. For more information on Illini athletics, check out fightingillini.com.